Hello, my friends, and welcome to what was supposed to be a lovely edition of Outside the Box. Actually, due to Hurricane Sandy, we're canceled. We're actually not. We're really canceled because of technical difficulties, so unfortunately we couldn't bring you a show this week. But what's important is we will be back next week. So instead, I decided that I would talk to you about the weekend ahead. First of all, I want to talk about Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish, wow. I mean, 8-0. I don't think anybody would have expected that. All the teams that they've beaten, they went down to Norman, Oklahoma, and they really put it on the Sooners. It was great to watch. They ran the ball good. Everett Golston even had some good passes, which has been seen far and wide this year. You know, it just hasn't happened that much. So they keep that going. Notre Dame's tough to beat, and you know what? It's great for college football if Notre Dame is on top. What I want to talk about now is the BCS rankings. I definitely agree that Alabama should be number 1. As far as number 2, I would actually have Notre Dame there. I would have them leapfrog Kansas State. I think they have probably the second or third best defense in the country. And the offense has kind of moved the ball the last couple weeks, which is all they need. If they can do that, then they can play with anybody. Number 3, I would also have Oregon leapfrog Kansas State. What did they score? 8 million points in the first half last week. So Oregon's offense is the best in the country, and there's no doubt about that. They run it like a fast break offense in basketball. I'd have Kansas State number 4, and then everybody after that I really don't care because it's irrelevant. For my games this week for college football, I'm going to take Alabama over LSU in Death Valley. But don't be surprised if LSU wins that game. It is going to be a great game. Everyone wants to think that it's over and Alabama will just go roll over them. I don't think so. Watch out for LSU. I'll take Oklahoma State over Kansas State. I think Kansas State's going to go down there, and I think they'll put some decent amount of points up on the board. But I think Oklahoma State is going to outscore them this week. As far as the Gophers, and I know they're the hometown team here. I personally like Michigan a lot more. I think Michigan wins in a blowout. Don't be surprised if it's like 41-0. Wouldn't shock me at all. Gosh, everybody wants to talk about the Eagles. You know, is it Michael Vick's fault? Is it Andy Reid's fault? Most people are in one or the other. Me personally, I think they both stink. They're both terrible to me. You know, Vick holds onto the ball too long and he has too many turnovers. The offensive line is not good, I agree. But too many turnovers, you can't win with that. And Andy Reid really, really needs to shave his mustache. Aside of that, he hired the former offensive line coach as the defensive coordinator, now fired him. Now they have the D-backs coach as defensive coordinator. Philadelphia, they're a mess. They really are. But with all that being said, I would still start Vick this week, Monday night at the Saints. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles go in and take care of business. They're not out of the playoff hunt yet, but they need better production out of Michael Vick. And now I want to talk about the NBA. I know everyone wants to think that the Miami Heat are just going to go roll through everybody on the way to the championship. I do think they will have a fairly easy regular season. They'll get the number 1 seed. But don't be surprised if the Boston Celtics and Kevin Garnett give them a run for their money. So I'm going to pick the Heat to win the Eastern Conference with the thought that Boston could definitely beat them. They took him to 7 games last year with an injured Avery Bradley. They're going to have him back. Yes, they don't have Ray Allen anymore. I know people say that. But they got the Jet. And we know he can hit some trays too, so that's good. In the Western Conference, I look for it to be LA and Oak City. I really wish Oak City didn't trade Harden, but they did. And I still think in the end they're going to get it done. I think we'll have Miami Thunder again, and wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder take care of it or the Heat. I don't really have a big prediction for that. Lastly, what I want to talk about. LeBron James is the best player in the NBA. Don't get me wrong. But some of the people in the sporting world are trying to compare him to Michael Jordan. And the things that come out of your mouth, their mouth, whoever is saying that is, it's unbelievable. There's no comparison. This is the last time I want to talk about it this year. LeBron has better teammates than Jordan ever had. He has a weaker NBA than Jordan ever went against. I mean, come on, you got to think about it. When Michael Jordan was playing, he had to go through the bad boy Pistons, the Showtime Lakers, Larry Bird Celtics. I mean, the NBA, that was its golden era. And once he finally broke through, he still had to beat. I mean, he beat Magic Johnson in the Lakers. You know, granted they didn't have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And later in his career, he had to beat the Utah Jazz, who had 2 Hall of Famers on the team. So I don't want to hear everybody say, oh, you know, Michael, he didn't have to go through any hard competition. He did. He did. And LeBron did not have to go through that much harder competition because the best team in the NBA last year was the Chicago Bulls in the regular season, my Bulls. And Derrick Rose tore his ACL in the first playoff game. Everybody knows that. So I understand that. I agree that the Heat were a better team, and I think they could have won either way. But I don't know if they would have beaten the Bulls. You know, it would have been a tough one. So I do think LeBron's a great player. Like I said, best guy in the NBA. But he's not Jordan, and he never will be until he has 6 rings. And he won't. I got to tell you, Dwayne Wade's getting older. The Heat aren't going to win six championships. Look for them to get 2 or 3. So that's my weekend sports predictions. Not even just for the weekend, but for the year ahead. We will have Outside the Box next Friday, so I hope you watch and enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.